ever since when I was 17 years old and I gave my life to Christ. I've realized just the beauty of spending time with our Creator, and it's been a huge effect on my life, whether I'm waking up in the morning and I'm sitting on my bed and laying on my bed and worshiping God, or I'm sitting at my window reading my Bible. These things help me and push me to my knowing of God, and honestly help me and have helped me overcome a lot of personal things in my life, a lot of what you guys know. So I'm kind of making this video to explain how this has helped me and how this has affected me, because I know a lot of people feel like they're losing time and losing hope and honestly losing sight. But these things have helped me grow with God. So YouTube, what is up? So I kind of get a lot of questions a lot of the time. And shout out to my alarm going off. I got up like an hour earlier today. But just about how, like, more tips on overcoming pornography and overcoming, like, just what things can you actually do to get past it. And I make like a few videos on it, but I don't know, I've been getting like tempted a lot lately, and I kind of just want to make more videos on how to help more people, because I'm feeling how like really weighty it is to those that struggle. So anyways, it is one of the most important things to make sure you're spending like daily time with God, learning to live in the presence of God, learning to reverence God's presence, and learning to just know Him and be Him. If we overcome porn, but at the end of the day we don't actually know anything really about God and don't know who God is, what's the point? It's like we're still going to be empty inside. We're still going to not be fulfilled. We're still going to look for something else to try to satisfy us, because the hole in our heart that sometimes we let that thing fills, only God can fill. And it's just a reality that I'm like learning more and more like every day. But things in this video I talked about, like sometimes I wake up and just sit on my bed and spend time with God. It's like those simple things that help us to recognize God's nearness and God's presence, because if we truly were recognizing God's presence, we wouldn't fall so easily into sin. If we truly recognize that God was right here in the midst of my temptation with me, and He like sees me right now and He knows exactly what I'm going through, we wouldn't fall so easily into it. So it's just kind of something I'm learning. Like, there's a majority of ways that you can spend time with God. A lot of times for me, it's just going on walks like these where I'm tuning away from the world and like focusing less on like the world and just focusing more on God. I like just put my headphones in and I just go and just spend time with Jesus, and it really like helps me like throughout my day. Like, I notice my days just go a lot smoother when I pray and ask God for like peace, when I pray and ask God for grace. And even just when I am tempted, like it's easier to call out to Jesus, because you have that spiritual like growth that you're growing in when you're spending time with God. And a lot of the times at the very beginning of my relationship with God, which some of you might be, and there's nothing wrong with that, like we all have to start our journey, was putting on just Christian music, putting on worship music, and then just singing the words to God and singing them and like connecting with them and connecting with God. And also as well reading my Bible, just like taking time to read a chapter in the morning, read a chapter in the afternoon, read a chapter at night, and learn more of who God is through His Word. And these things like help you and strengthen you on the inside so you can go further. Like when you feel that temptation, you have something to grab onto and hold on to, because you've been strengthening your spiritual muscles and you've been growing. But yeah, it's pivotal in spending time with God. I think we think that we can do a lot of things ourselves, and we're in a self-dependent earth, but the reality is, like, we truly need God for every single thing. I think another thing that's been a blessing to my life is connecting with God through art. I'm a musician, and a lot of times I just play the guitar and sing to God. But I've recently even just started doing like doodles and drawings in a notepad, and just like drawing whatever I feel into the Lord, and just telling the Lord, like, this is how I feel. And I think it's a beautiful thing. I think we're all creative beings naturally, and we express ourselves in different ways. So doing whatever you can to just kind of express yourself to God and having truth in your inward part is very healthy to me, I believe. So hopefully you guys take some tips and spend some time with God and watch him like develop you and grow you, and just break you down in a good way.